Welcome again to Math with Faith. This is section 1 of chapter 2. In chapter 2, we have been dealing with measurement like area and parameters, those sorts of things. So today in lesson 5, we are going to look at hectares, which is it's an extension of area. So when we want to measure large plots, like plots of land, etc., we use the hectare, right? So HA is the short form unit for hectares. So if I have 1 hectare, it will be 1 HA, right? So that's the short form. That's the abbreviation that we use to say this is in hectares. So you recognize it's not in hectares squared or anything like that. It's just hectares. So we already know that it's a square unit called hectares, right? And 1 hectare is 10 to the power 4 meters squared. So we would have done standard form already. So we know 1 by 10 to the 4 is 1 with 4 zeros after it, right? So that's like 10,000 meters squared. So every 10,000 meters squared is 1 hectare, right? So you could convert hectares into meters squared. So let's look at one way in which we could do that. Now, I have one way I do that all the time. You will see it coming up very often, and that is via cross multiplication. So let's say I have 40,000 meters squared, and I want to know how many hectares that is. So we'll call that's X amount of hectares. In order to do this, I simply cross multiply. And how do we do that cross multiplication? X by 10 to the 4. So X multiplied by 10 to the 4 is equal to this side, these two here, 1 by 40,000. That's 1 by 40,000. So X by itself, now to get X by itself, I have to take out this 10 to the 4. So I have to divide by 10 to the 4 here. And whatever I do on one side, I do on the left. So essentially, if something is multiplied by something else on this side, I just have to divide it on this side in order to get rid of it, right? So I'm getting X by itself. X by itself will be 1 by 40,000 divided by 10 to the 4. And we know that's 10 with 4 zeros. So that's 40,000 divided by 1 with 4 zeros. And these 4 zeros will cancel out each other. And we get X is equal to 4 hectares, right? Similarly, if we had, let's use a strange number. So again, I'm putting this down. 1 hectare is 10 to the 4 meters squared. Say we have 3.75 hectares, and we want to know how many meters squared 3.75 hectares is. So now X, that's X meters squared. Again, we cross multiply. We have X by 1, which is X, multiplied by 3.75 by 10 to the 4. So X, and we could just move the point 4 times to the right. That's 375. So that's 1, 2, 2 more. 3, 0, 0. Right? So that's 337,500 meters squared. So that's how we could determine how many hectares are in meters squared and how many meters squared are in hectares via the idea of cross multiplication. So what we have to do, it's very important to note that you have to put the original ratio, how they've given it to you. 1 hectare is 10 to the 4, and you have to line up hectares with hectares, meters squared with meters squared, and the equal sign. And that is the condition under which you can now do the cross multiplication. So you have to line them up perfectly in order for this cross multiplication to be done correctly, right? So that is how we work out hectares.